We can't speak about our feelings. We can't reach out and say things that we want to say. We can't act a certain way because as soon as we do something, we get labeled. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Trade Truths. Today's episode is going to be very, very personal. It's going to be relying on mental health because this month is Men's Mental Health Awareness, and I feel like as a man, this month is not really much spoken about. It's not very existent in the community. It's not talked about. It's not mentioned. I feel as if during this month, a lot of people should be reaching out to other men, younger or older. I feel as if this is the month where you really check on your strongest friends. You check on the men that always show up, the men that's always silent, the men that you never hear complaints from, because I feel like it's not just women who don't ask, it's other men who don't ask as well. We never check on each other as brothers. We never check on each other as family members, friends, or whatever you may be to someone, even an associate. I feel as if that this month is solely the time to check on your friends. This month is really where men really lock in and understand that it's not only them. And I think it'd be very beneficial if other men reach out to men and women reach out to their male friends or brothers or friends or significant others. This is the time where you check in. This is halftime, like I mentioned in the last episode. This is halftime. We're in the middle of the year. Are the males in your life happy? Are they satisfied? Do they need work? Do they need a hug? Do they need to hear somebody's proud of them? Do they need to hear something that is great acts of words that is something that'll keep them going, something that'll keep them strong? Because if I'm being completely honest, being strong is killing a lot of men in today's society. And what do I mean by being strong? As men, we were taught that I'm pretty sure everybody hears this every single time that men are not allowed to express their feelings, men are not allowed to show emotions because that is a sign of weakness. I know that that is not factual. When I was younger, of course, I always bottled up my emotions because I was raised by all women. I've seen women go through their day to day lives. I've seen them go through their highs and lows. So I felt as if it was no room for me to complain because these are women that are going out and working their hardest. But at some point in our lives as men, we experience tough times where we have to break down, we have to cry. However, in today's society, especially with black men, I'm not discriminating, I'm not throwing any differences between race. However, I can speak for my own specific race. We are seen as men whenever we do have times where we need to vent or have to speak out, we get viewed as if our skin is as soft as cotton. When I personally think us as black men, we have the thickest, we have the strongest and the toughest skin because we deal with stuff on a day-to-day basis that people don't even hear. On a day-to-day basis where we still have to show up 110% when in our mind we're really at zero. We run off and we give love off an empty tank. We run off and we give support and success off an empty tank. And we don't have days where we can just literally sit back and just open up about anything. Of course, some men have different coping mechanisms and they have different ways where they reach out and say give different signs that they're not okay. But I feel as if we have to speak out. The silent game is not working no more, gentlemen. It's not working no more. It wasn't working for me for the longest. Like I say to everybody that watches this, you guys know I went through depression, and I've tried the silent game, and it doesn't work. It always comes back and bites you in the ass, and that's just the reality of things. I've been through that phase in my life. That's why I'm telling you guys it does not work. And as a former man, as a brother, as a mentor, as a friend, as an associate to anyone that knows me personally, I'm going to be the first to say that I'm proud of you. Any race, black, white, Asian, Spanish, whatever, I'm proud of you because you've made it this far in your life. You made it this far in your journey. You're still continuing to go. I want to personally give you your flowers. You deserve it. Despite what anybody has to say, despite what anything is going on in your life, just because it's rough right now does not mean it is the end. I've been through those rough phases. I can't sit here and say it's compared to what you're going through right now, but brother, from a man to another man, I'm proud of you. And it's no words, there's no actions that I can show you other than telling you that I'm proud of you. I can literally give you the recipe, but you have to believe it in your heart that you're proud of yourself too. I can sit here and give you all the motivational skills. I can give you coping mechanisms, but you have to believe in yourself. You've made it this far. Let's continue to give it another 10, 20 years. This is not the end of the road for us. Because I'm gonna say it again, the silent game is not winning with us no more. And as a man, I know how it feels. You're at your highest moment, and sometimes you just wish you had somebody to say they're proud of you. You wish you had somebody to just sit here and pat you on the back. You wish you had somebody that'll check on you, that'll call you, that'll ask you how your dreams going, ask you how your job is going, ask you how your day is going. You wish you just even had somebody to just give you a hug. And at times, I felt like that before. And I'm thankful now that I have a support system where I can reach out and talk to people about certain things that I'm feeling, especially if it's bothering me deep down in my heart. And I know I can't get over this hump by myself. And I want to go ahead and recommend that for a lot of men. Develop a support system. For instance, I go to the gym every Saturday. I don't have to work out. I go play basketball. Every time I go in that gym, I know it's going to be at least 10 men that I can sit there and just joke around with easily. And we're all just coming there to play basketball. We haven't known each other before. It's just literally we come here at the same time every Saturday and we come here, reunite with each other, and we play basketball. That's my release. That's how I release. Little do they know I may go through things on the side, but every time I come and I get to hang out with these guys that I don't see any other time during the week, that is my release. These are men that I know I can speak to as far as with motivation. I can speak with guidance. I can speak with future goals. We can learn from each other. I think that men bounce well off other men. And of course, we're in a society today where some people may say, oh, if men do that, who gonna be the man? When are men gonna step up? And I don't I don't like that. I don't agree with that saying because it's like, and has been a generational thing. Men has always been labeled as something. Why do we have to continue to be labeled? Why does every action that we do have to be labeled? Because now all that is creating is a stereotype. And now that it's a stereotype, now other men are gonna go out their way from being their regular themselves and being something to fit a description because if they know they act like their true self, people are gonna judge them. And that's why I say like the strongest men are dying. They're killing themselves because they're trying to fit to this image that society has painted for them. We can't speak about our feelings. We can't reach out and say things that we want to say. We can't act a certain way because as soon as we do something, we get labeled. It's terrible. It's sad because some men are truly great men, but their value decreases because they're trying to fit an image that society painted for them. You don't have to be what society paints you as. You don't. Stop allowing yourself to go in this box and be stereotyped because of one person's opinion. It's nothing that nobody can say to me that'll stop me from going to the gym every Saturday and meeting up with these guys that I know outside of the gym. They may have their own personal issues, but they still come to the gym every Saturday and show up. These are the men that I met by just coming to the gym. I don't know these brothers from a can of paint. They don't even know my real name. But I know every time I meet up with them, it's something special. It's something that I'm gonna learn. It's something that I'm gonna enjoy. And I know for a fact, if it ever came down to it, I could call these gentlemen at any point of time and be like, bro, I just need to talk. And they don't even know me. It's just like, bro, I just need to talk. There's a lot going on. I just need to talk. And I feel like most men can't do that. We simply can't do it because either one, since we're stereotyped, we all create an ego for ourselves where, okay, we can't complain, so why am I gonna go to another man and complain? It's not even that we have an issue to them. It's just like, okay, I got my own shit going on. He probably got his own shit going on too. Why am I going to him and complaining? But you really don't know that. You don't know what somebody has to offer you. You don't. You don't. And I just want to kill this persona of that we have to be strong all the time because we don't. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be wanting to be alone. It is okay. But don't allow yourself to stay in that dark phase. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in that dark phase. I mentioned in the first ever podcast episode, men have a higher suicide rate than women do. because we can't get our emotions out. We can't talk to people. And a lot of women would ask, how do we want to be talked to? It's the little things that matter to men the most. It's a simple, how's your day? I'm proud of you. It's simple things like, how was work? I think it's the fact that people actually care to ask a question rather than assume, rather than come with 1,000 issues. Come with a solution. Ask me how my day was. I feel like it's been a minute since I heard I'm proud of you. And that's coming from family, friends. You feel me? Like I hear I'm proud of you more from strangers than I do people that are closest to me. And they always say strangers are gonna be the one that always boost you up. They always gonna be the one to ride with you through no matter whatever your dream is, strangers are gonna be the one that push you. And I feel like we gotta change that narrative. Talk to your strongest friends. I know for a fact that most of the people that are in my life, I'm their strongest friend. For sure. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna be there for people regardless. I don't care what I'm going through. I could be going through hell and you'll never know it. You'll never see it on my face. But if you come to me and you need something, I'm gonna give you 110%. And all I'm asking for you is if I ever need to speak to you, if I ever need to reach out and vent, just be there for me. I don't want no money. I don't want much of your time. Just be there to listen to me. And if you can provide guidance or advice, just be there. And I know it's 1,000 other men that feel like that. They just want somebody that'll be in their corner when they need it the most. And I feel like that's so essential in life. Like, it's like I said, it's just the little things that matter. Like sometimes all a man want to hear is I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm so proud of you. Like just giving props can change a whole man's perspective. It can change a man's whole day. Like I know it's 1,000 brothers that don't get the flowers that they deserve. And every time I meet somebody and they doing something great, I get them their flowers because it's like I know you may not have heard it from somebody recently. You may not have heard it at all, but I'm gonna be the one that give you your flowers because that can change your whole perspective. That can boost you up to 1,000. And by you just simply boosting up, that can change another man's life that is important in your life. And it can go both ways with gender, but I'm just focusing on men's mental health awareness month because I don't care. Like most people say, oh, men don't get the credit they deserve. That's true, but I'm not focusing on the credit. I'm focusing on the inner part, the emotional part, the part that affects our whole mentality, the part that affects our whole body. Because like I said before, it's the little things like some people just be going through it and they'll throw out signs and keep throwing out signs and keep throwing out signs and keep throwing out signs and nobody will ever pick up on it. Nobody ever pick up on it because they don't think that they have like they think everybody think that some men are just supposed to be Iron Man. They supposed to be Superman. They supposed to just be okay all the time. No. Think about it. Like if you watching this, if you male or female, think about the last time that you actually checked up on one of your homies, one of your brothers, one of your guy friends. When was the last time you checked on them? When was the last time you tapped in to make sure they were okay? Think about it. And I don't want no sympathy from nobody because I know I go through my phases. I know I go through my issues. I'm not posting this episode for me solely. I'm posting this for all the other brothers that don't have the voice that I have or the platform that I have to speak for themselves. I'm speaking for the other males that are out here in today's society because we deserve a voice. We deserve to be heard. All this burdens, these pain, these issues that we carrying on in silence is eating away at us each and every day, and it's affecting our dreams, our inspirations, and our motivation. And sooner or later, it's going to affect your mentality to the point where when you have kids, when you have a family, when you have a significant other, you explode. And we don't deserve a broken family. We don't deserve to explode on people that we truly love because we've been bottled up for so long. You deserve to have a voice. You deserve to speak through the pains and the suffering that you have experienced now and in the past. There's nothing in this world saying that you aren't allowed to have a voice. We just have been labeled and stereotyped for so many years that we were taught that we can't speak. And that's complete bullshit. Like I don't think it's ever been a time in life where we just can just be us. We can't just be our own self. Everyone has a different personality. Everybody has their own ways that they go about different things. It's never been a time where we could just 100% be ourselves. And if you are a man where you can be yourself, God, I'm thankful. Let's find a way where we can get other men to understand that they can do the same thing as you. Let's find a way where we can get these men to understand that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be funny. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to experience things that are uncomfortable. It is okay. Nobody's going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. And I know your other brothers won't judge you as well. Your homeboys, your brothers, your peers, they're not going to judge you. So stop falling victim to the stereotype that we have. Stop falling victim to the labels that we are given by society, by the social media, because we don't have to follow those. Those are not rules. Those are not guidelines. That is not how we have to live our life. And just thinking about it, no one checks up on their strongest friends. I don't think so. The people that always show up every single time, they get labeled as the people that are always okay. The people that you can always count on, the people that you can always look forward to hearing from because they are always there for you. But when are you going to be there for them? I've experienced that for majority of my life. I've always showed up for people. I've always been there for people. I've always poured into people cups. And I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. I said, it's so damaging and it's so hurt to just know that throughout my years of life, I always admired people being in love with their significant other, being in love with their friends, being in love with their family. And I've always wanted that for myself. I always wanted somebody to love me for me. And I always wanted that. And that led me into pouring into people. I poured into everybody that I encountered. Even if it was bad, I kept pouring because I thought, okay, I seen so and so happy. I seen this group of people happy. And I know they experienced bad times, but they're still happy. This person that's treating me bad, they're going to be happy one day. And that never came to me. I never got that love. Even to this day, I never got that love. The love that I feel like I want, and it caused me to think that, you know, just continuing my life now, that I feel like I may be asking for too much. I feel as if the love that I solely want for myself, I may never experience. I may never get. And I know people are gonna say, "No, Trey, that's not true. It's gonna come to you." But man, I've been searching for just somebody, friends, family, a significant other to just be there in my corner when I need it the most. My times where I go through things, I'm alone. And it's okay. And like I said before, I have people that I can reach out to that I can count on to always be there for me. But it's like sometimes, man, you just working so hard, all you want to hear is, man, I'm proud of you. Or you just wish somebody would acknowledge the work that you're actually putting in. And I'm thankful for me overcoming my depression because I'm able to tell myself I'm proud of myself. There's a lot of people that can't do that. A lot of people don't have that confidence or that mindset where they can boost themselves up. And I'm saying that because I want people to develop that when it's quiet and you feel like you're giving your all and you feel like nobody's paying attention to you, you feel like nobody's seeing the work that you put in, be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you, but be proud of yourself because people may not ever say anything to you. People may not ever acknowledge the work that you were in. People may not ever acknowledge your dreams and your passions. But as long as you acknowledge them, that is the key. That is solely the key to everything that you need and deserve in life. Because I'm going to say this, it's times where we fall victim to ourselves as men. We beat ourselves up because we can't speak. We feel like we can't speak. We feel like, okay, maybe since nobody's saying anything, I'm not doing enough. Since nobody's saying anything, I'm not where I need to be. Since nobody's congratulating me, I'm failing. And that's not true. I feel as if our quietest moments is our moments where we develop ourselves the most. Like right now, currently, I'm going through a loan season. I learned to stop reaching out to people, stop pouring into people that won't be able to pour back into me. I'm learning all this by being alone, the quietest moments of my life. And like I've told you guys, I've been in the nightlife. I've been on social media. I'm not famous, but I'm a well-known person. So I've encountered a lot of people in my life. So this is the point of my life where it's been the most quietest. I don't hear from people. I don't get phone calls. I don't get a how you doing. I don't get anything because I stopped communicating first. I put myself first. I put myself in a position where I have to develop this in order so I can have this. Because if I don't have this, I won't have this. And I know for a fact that it's a love that I'm craving, it's a joy that I'm craving that God's gonna bless me with someday, sometime soon. It's not on my timing, and that was one of the issues I had. I went searching for it instead of allow it to come to me. But you can't always go out and find something for yourself. You have to let some things fall in your lap. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things as men that we have to understand because a lot of men don't don't understand what coping, what being alone is, because we're so used to being so strong and being so there for everybody. It's like we get a enjoyment based off of that. We get, in a sense, satisfaction off of being there for other people that we don't know how to be there for ourselves. We don't have strong coping mechanisms. We don't have things that we can rely on because our relying is always on other people. We stand up for other people. We defend other people. We provide for other people. We do 9 times out of 10 things for other people that they wouldn't do for us. So that leads us not to having coping mechanisms because the only thing that satisfies us is the people that are around us that are happy. And once they're mad, it's like, damn, they mad at me. Now I'm not doing right. Now I'm mad at myself. And I've already been mad about the little things that I can't speak about. And now we're drowning in pain. We're drowning in sorrows. We're drowning in anger. And all that is doing is deteriorating our energy. As men, we can't keep hiding in the dark. We can't. We can't. And I can't just sit here and tell y'all we can't keep hiding in the dark. I have to provide some coping mechanisms. The way I cope with pain, I play sports. Most men love sports. Find a way where you can go out and play the sport that you love and do it in a fashion where you're gonna love it the most. Do it in a fashion where it's beneficial towards you. For instance, like I said, I go to the gym every Saturday to play basketball. While me going out and playing the sport that I love, I met other men that have not only educated me, but have became brothers. I can text them at any time. I can, hey, you want to go out to eat? Hey, you want to chop it up? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, can you answer this for me? It's put me in different positions and gave me different perspectives because now I'm meeting men that perhaps maybe going through the same thing I'm going through, but we're learning from each other without telling each other's story. And I feel like that's powerful because when we do have that time where we sit down and learn from each other and tell each other about our journeys and our lives, it's gonna clash so well. Like you have to solely find something that you love doing and learn how to connect with people through doing that. That's my best advice when it comes to coping mechanisms because a lot of people think, okay, or not even people, a lot of men think that, okay, I'm just gonna hold it in and the feeling gonna go away. Or a lot of men think I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna party, gonna have sex, and it's gonna go away. Man, all that is temporary, brother. Like I'll be the first to say it. I've done all that. And all that is temporary because especially in a sexual way, a lot of people think sexual pleasure is the best way to remove negative thoughts or any thoughts that you have in your head, and that's not true. All of that is temporary because as soon as you get done doing what you're doing with that person that you don't even like, reality is gonna hit you and sit there and like, damn, I really did this. What if this would have turned out? What if I would have got her pregnant? What if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? Now we making small mistakes because we can't voice what's in here. We have to find other ways that's not risky to develop coping mechanisms. Like we have to find safer coping mechanisms. Drinking is not a coping mechanism. That is temporary. You get drunk, you forget about things. As soon as you wake up, life hits you again 10 times harder. You enjoyed the night, but now you have to go through it again 10 times. You have to go through it again another week, another month because you are avoiding it. You're hiding from it. Same thing with smoking. A lot of people smoke. And this is not, I have nothing against smoking. I don't do it, but I don't have anything against smoking. But you have to understand all that is temporary. We cannot keep falling into temporary coping mechanisms because that is only time. That is not timeless. It is on a time limit, a time crunch. And every time you do it, you're investing into it. You're spending more money. You're wasting more time. And like I said, I don't judge anyone that does it, but you cannot use that as a coping mechanism. It's not safe. It is risky. The same thing as being lustful while you're going through things. While you're out here, handling your business, going out here having sex with different people, maybe the same person, you're putting yourself at risk because your mind is not in control here. If you make one mistake and slip up in that moment of having sex, now you have a child. And how are you going to provide for your child when you're not even correct here? And I'm not doing this to slander any men. I'm doing this to simply inform y'all that we have to find safer coping mechanisms. Find a way to cope through the things that you love doing. Sports. I love talking. I got a podcast. I love making connections, so I go out and talk to people. Like it's different things that you love doing. You may love cooking. You may love eating. Go to different restaurants with different people. Learn how to cook. It's different things. Learn how to journal. I'm big on journaling. I journal everything that I think of that I need to get free from my mind if I have nobody to say it to. Learn different things. And the number one thing that's most underrated in the world is therapy. If you feel like you have no other option, you feel like you're not progressing, you feel like you can't make it further, go to therapy. You will not be judged. You will not be stereotyped. People's opinion cannot stop you from going to therapy. Nothing is wrong with you if you go to therapy. You're still human. You bleed how everyone else is bleed. You're still human. You're still loved. And you're still a great person if you go to therapy. Nothing is wrong with it. Couples do it. Married couples do it. It's always other resources out here. So I hate how the narrative that therapy has is so bad because one, it's not talked about enough. And two, people don't talk about ways to access it. Like people don't even know that through your insurances, you have therapy sessions. You have free therapy sessions depending on your insurance. Or they may cover some of the a small portion of the fees. Check with your job, see if they provide free counseling with therapists. It's nothing wrong if you go to therapy. You're still a man. That doesn't make you a boy. That doesn't make you less of a man. That doesn't make you anything. You're still a man at the end of the day if you go to therapy and seek the help that you deserve and that you need. Because it's not okay to be held in the dark. It's not okay to sit and fall victim to our sorrows. We have to find a way in order to get these things out of our head. And just going off a sidebar, I feel as if, you know, I don't want to create a controversial statement, but I feel as if as much as some men are there for women, I would expect women to be there for men as well. Social media is very dangerous, and a lot of people are falling victim to it, men and women. I feel as if us men, we get discouraged by women because of the new type of social media that we have. We feel as if we have to have all the designer, we have to feel as if we have to have all the money, we have to feel like we have to have a house, we have to have the fancy car, the fast cars. We have to feel like we have over 100,000 in the bank in order for us to speak to these women that don't have the same thing as that they're asking for. And this is no shade, this is no disrespect to any women because I respect women. I was raised by all women. But I feel as if sometimes we have to be not only realistic with ourselves, but realistic with the expectations that people are asking from us. It's not realistic. We are not all celebrities. We are not all rich and famous. So the things that particular women ask from, if you know that's not what you have, stay away from those women. And to the women, stop expecting this perfect man from men. There's no such thing as a perfect man. Every man has his flaws. And I feel as if women take the time to actually get to know a gentleman, whether he's broke, whether he has roommates, whether he has no home, whether he only has a car, whether he's only working a 9 to 5, you will actually like the person that you're getting to know. And not only if it doesn't work out, even if it does work out, you learn something new and you learn how to change your mindset towards other men that may be going through a journey where they're trying to improve themselves. Because I'm gonna tell you now, it's a lot of men out here that don't like how the new approach is, oh, if you work a 9 to 5, I can't talk to you. Or if you don't have 6 figures, I can't talk to you. Or if you don't have your own house, I can't talk to you. All these expectations, these high standards that I believe women should have, some of them are just unrealistic. And it's not, I don't even want to say it's not fair to other men because everybody's entitled to their own, wants and needs. But it's just, you have to understand that there's no such thing as a perfect man. You guys are wanting men that, you want to build a man like a Build-A-Bear. Let's just put it as simple as that. You want to build a man that can't speak speak his own thoughts. He can't speak how he's feeling, but you want him to provide for you. You want him to be there for you. You want him to, in a sense, take care of you, but he's not allowed to be himself. He has to be the man that you want him to be. And I feel like that's not fair to a lot of people. Um, and I hate getting to controversial statements like that because it all depends. It's case by case. Some men do provide a persona to where they are putting on like they are quote unquote that and they're not. And that does lead women into making their standards a little bit higher and a little bit unrealistic. But the reason why they're pretending that is because that's what society is labeling is correct or labeling what is a man. Um, and like I said, that's not true. But that was just a sidebar. Like aside from that, it's just I feel like people just have to understand that men are not superheroes. We're not. We bleed. We have emotions just like anyone else in the world would. And I feel as if it's times where we truly need people by our side. No matter how strong we are, no matter who we take care of, no matter how much money we have, no matter how much success we have, no matter how many times we fail, we just need somebody in our corner. Because the most popular words by a man is "I'm good, I'm fine." Sometimes they're truly not. 90% of the time they're truly not. And sometimes men say that just to see if somebody's going to reach further and make sure that they're okay. And as soon as that person doesn't even put effort into trying to make sure that they're actually okay, all it does is just show them that nobody really cares for them. Nobody's there for them, which is like I said before, it's case by case. Um, I was just telling somebody the other day, people can't read your mind. And that's why I say it. I'll be the voice for most men. I'm not gonna say all men will agree with what I'm saying, but I'll be the voice for the ones that do agree on that what I'm saying. And it's like I said, it's tough. It's we have so many dark days in our life where sometimes we just want to be able to be like, man, I'm going through it. Like I wish somebody just understood me, and I feel like a lot of us are misunderstood. I feel like we just really truly want somebody in our corner. I can't say it more than enough. Like shit, man. Even with me, man. Like I give props to everybody that's there for me, but it's like some days I just be like, man, fuck, putting in all this work, doing my best, and it's just like you don't never have nobody to call you and be like, man, Trey, I love you. Like I'm proud of you, and keep going. You feel me? It's times like that where you just be like, man, ain't nobody really there for you. Like you ain't got nobody. Like I don't even know, man. It's just times where you wanna be Superman for everybody, and ain't nobody gonna be there to clap or applaud for you. Um, because at the end of the day, you got yourself, and you got to stand up for who you are. You got to be firm on who you are. You got to always be 10 toes because that's what is expected for you. What is expected as a man. People label you as if you have unlimited lives, but we only have one, and that's why it's so easy for the suicide rate for men to be so high because it only takes 1 second, one action for us to be on our way out. And people don't even think twice. And as soon as it happened, they would be like, "Man, I would have never expect this. If I would have known, if I would have known this, I would have did this. I would have did that." Skip the stage if you would have known. Ask the question because I know it's people out there, man. I know it's people out there that's fiending, that's urging for somebody just to reach out, just urging a simple text, a simple call. Like it's a lot of brothers out there that just need somebody to be like, "Man, I'm proud of you." It can be a text message. It can be a phone call. It don't even got to be a minute long. Sometimes they either just want to be heard or just get acknowledged, but they can't because they have to keep being Superman. They have to keep being this person that doesn't get hurt, this person that doesn't get phased, this person that doesn't have to voice their opinions because they, in a sense, feel like it doesn't matter. They feel like people ain't gonna understand them. And it just comes to a point where we have to understand that even if we don't have somebody there for us, we have to learn how to heal. We have to learn how to cope. And I want to be the first to say that healing does not make you weak. Healing does not make you soft. Healing is a process or a journey in your life that is going to be the most uncomfortable. It's usually when you're alone. It's usually when your back is against the wall. You have to go out and choose better for yourself. It's never going to be something where you're just most comfortable because it's unfamiliar, it's new to you, it's growth. Growth is the messiest thing in life. When you're changing from one part of your life that you've been adapted to for years and time and time and time, the moment you break free from it, it feels as if everything is new, like you're in a new life, a new beginning. And it's nothing wrong with that. We deserve to have moments in our life where we have to heal. And sometimes it's going to be alone, and that's okay. And this is where I go to say that we have to create a system, a support system with other brothers where we can relate to each other, we can talk to each other, we can build off each other. Stop falling victim to what social media says. Oh, if he does that, that's what females do. That's a women tendency. You're not supposed to be hanging around your guys because that's the only time where you can break off and be yourself if you can't be yourself with others. Allow yourself to understand that because social media says that, that doesn't mean it's true. Social media is going to say whatever it is to get everybody's attention and get the most clicks and the most views. It is okay to find other brothers, other men to be around, to lean on, to cry with, to just vent to. It is okay. Nothing is wrong with that. Find you a group of solid men, even if it's one. Just find somebody that can relate to your issues or relate to where you're coming from. That way you guys can bounce off each other through every adversity moment in your life, every challenge, every pain, every thought. Find that person. It can be an artist, it could be a celebrity, it can be a friend, somebody that you can relate to. Find that person and lean on them, learn from their experiences, learn from their accountments, and listen to them as they would listen to you. Stop continue to pour in these people that don't even want to hear you out. Pour into something that's going to pour back into you. Stop pouring into these cups that have holes in it because all you're going to do is keep over pouring and it's never going to fill up to the top where you want it to be. It's never going to be satisfied. Find that peace in your heart that'll fix the puzzle. Because like I said before, there's nothing wrong with healing. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to people. There's nothing wrong with finding these resources, therapy, coping mechanisms, people, finding yourself, most importantly, finding your purpose. All these things will change your perspective and change your outlook on life, especially your own. So just continue to keep going. Like I said in the beginning, I'm proud of you. There's nothing that'll make me change what I'm saying. Even if you make mistakes along the way, even if you fall back 10 steps, 20 steps, I'm still proud of you because that's a part of growth. You are going to fall on your face. You are going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to run away from these situations because you're not used to them. And it feels unfamiliar and it's scary. You don't want to be judged, most importantly. You don't want to be stereotyped because you're trying to change for the better and you know people will say something. Forget what those people will say. Be yourself at all times. Because at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, don't nobody got you like you got you. And no matter if you here today and gone tomorrow, it'll always be one you. We're all unique. It'll never be a copycat. It'll never be another replacement. Nobody can replace you in anything you do. Everything you do to the T is unique. Everything you say is unique. Your story is a book that's worth reading. Every chapter in your life has a meaning to it. Your story is worth being heard. Your story can change somebody else's life. Your story can change somebody's viewpoints on life. Your story can save somebody. Most importantly, continue being yourself. Continue being a stand-up guy. Continue being a man, a true man that is willing to cry, that is willing to talk, that is willing to learn, that is willing to teach and mentor not only yourself but others. And it's yeah, man, that's the episode, man. I feel like It's a lot of things that aren't being said when it comes to men's mental health. That's why we have our outbreaks. That's why we have our explosions. That's why we have suicides. That's why we have our depression, our anxiety, and that's why we have our egos because we can't speak and there's nobody to speak for us. There's nobody there to check in on us. Yeah, man, that's the episode, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. And y'all know I am. Go.